Hi guys, I wanted to bring you this this idea of this goddess that I just discovered. Her name I'm going to call it Zi Wang Mu. And the reason why I'm interested in her is because she does have a correlation to Kuan Yin, which I'll show you in a minute, but also she is shown with this type of crown, and it's called, and this is another version of it, and I think it's called a Wang. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the top and get you the name of it. But before I scroll up, I wanted to show you the part about Kuan Yin. Sometimes, okay, so it says here, Tang poets describe, Zi Wang Mu, herself performing such dances in her rainbow dress. She's a powerful, immortal, shamanistic goddess, I guess. In the declarations of the realized ones, she dances while singing about the great wellspring. Lady of the three primordials replies in kind. The jade maidens act as messengers of the goddess, teachers of the Taoistic mystics. They impart mystic revelations and present divine foods to those blessed to attend the banquet of the goddess. I'm getting to Kuan Yin. I just want to lead you in here. But the Book of the Yellow Court warns spiritual seekers against the temptation to make love to the jade maidens of hidden time. That could probably be dangerous. Okay, sometimes Yu Nu appears as a single divinity. Now, I think this is another name for Zi Wang Mu. I tried to go back far enough to get the Yu Nu reference. But I'll go back up to the top too. I just wanted to show you this part before we went to the top. Are you one of those people that sometimes I like to read from the middle or the end of articles? Okay, so sometimes Yu Nu appears as a single divinity in connection with other goddesses. In Chinese Buddhism, she is the Dragon King's daughter and is presented to the Bodhisattva Kuan Yin. Oh, she's presented. Or she is born from an appeal to Tian Hu, Empress of Heaven, a title posthumously bestowed upon the coastal saint Matzi, who is secretized with the goddess of the East. Okay. Well, the reason why I'm looking at her, I'm just wondering if this has something to do with the goddess in Washington, D.C. She looks like she is associated with birds and angels. But let me go back here to the top where it talks about it's not a Wang, it's a Sheng. It's a Sheng crown. So another source for Zi Wang Mu is the Han Hai Jing, the Classics of Mountain and Sea. In its second chapter says she lives on a jade mountain. She resembles a human but has tiger's teeth and a leopard's tail. She wears ornament on top of her wild hair. Some scholars interpret this as a victory crown. Most think it is a Sheng headdress shown in the earliest reliefs of the goddess, a horizontal band with circles or flares at either end. The Sheng is usually interpreted as a symbol of the loom. The medieval Di Wang Shi Si connects it to a loom mechanism the goddess holds. Cahill says that the Sheng marks Zi Wang Mu as a cosmic weaver who creates and maintains the universe. She compares its shape to ancient depictions of constellations, circles connected by lines corresponding to the stellar powers of Zi Wang Mu. She controls immortality and the stars. Classical sources explain the meaning of Sheng as overcoming and height. This sign was regarded as an auspicious symbol during the Han Dynasty and possibly earlier. People exchanged Sheng tokens as gifts on stellar holidays, especially the Double Seven Festival. Yeah, I had forgotten. I wanted to get to that part for you guys because the Double Seven for me is the Isis idea. That's her symbol, in which women's weaving figured prominently. It was celebrated on the 7th day of the 7th month, at the 7th hour, when Zi Wang Mu descended among humans. Taoists considered it the most important night of the year. So I would like to know what day that is on our calendar. The perfect night for divine meetings and ascents. It was the year's midpoint. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. When the divine and human worlds touch and cosmic energies were in perfect balance. So maybe that's summer solstice. It depends on, but their midpoint, depends, because their new year is in February, right? Okay, so I just wanted to show you this goddess, and I'm going to read more about her, but I'm wondering if she is related to Isis, and if this might be why Isis in Washington, D.C. has this certain kind of crown, where she has the treasury on one side and the offices of the puppets on the other side. So she is flanked by the tiger and the dragon, the elixir-preparing rabbit. She often appears in circular bronze mirrors whose backs are filled with concentric panels. So the royalty of the East do claim to be directly descendant from dragons, and I'm gonna go ahead and believe them on that based on my research. So in popular movements, it says common people saw Zi Wang Mu as a savior, protector, and healer in times of severe doubt and political disorder. A popular movement devoted to the goddess arose and spread rapidly. It reached its height in 3 BCE, as described on a monograph on a strange phenomenon. It happened that people were disturbed in running about, passing a stalk of grain or flax from one another, and calling it the tally for transmitting the edict. The common people marched westward through various provinces toward Han capital. Many were barefoot and wild-haired like their untamed goddess. People shouted and drummed and carried torches to the rooftops. Some crossed barrier gates and climbed over city walls by night. They sang and worshipped. I'll skip ahead. They sang and danced in worship of the Queen Mother of the West. People passed around written talismans believed to protect from disease and death. I'd like to see if they have anything referring to today. I wonder if this is a doe creature, because that would make me associate it possibly with the doe in the Harry Potter movie that shows him where the sword is. Just looking at all these things in terms of the clues that are left for us to help put all this together. All right, well, I'm going to read. This page is called www.suppressedhistories.net/goddess/xiwangmu.html. Oh, here we go. Let's do the Night of Sevens. Over the centuries, the Double Sevens festival drifted away from Zi Wang Mu and toward the Weaver Girl. This night was the one time in the year she was allowed to meet the cowherd boy. All right. Love is in the air, sounds like right there. All right. Well, thanks for listening. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that this headdress has something to do with the goddess or whatever, or Isis, and the sevens that we see in Washington, D.C.? All right. Well, thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.